Hello friends, welcome to Meridian Overseas. So friends, today we're going to live with Berlin School of Business and Innovation. We have Jitendra sir with us. Jitendra sir will tell you about the university programs and what are the offers you will be getting once you join the university, and also what are the benefits you will be getting when you will be there in Germany. So Jitendra sir, over to you.
Aditi, first of all, thank you so much for arranging this particular session, and I'm very honored and grateful to you that today we are going to talk about BSBI, Germany, Europe, a lot of benefits, right? So thank you so much once again, and I would like to welcome each and every one of the audience, whoever is basically watching from whichever part of the India or outside India. So thank you so much, and please stay with us until, let's say, in next 30-35 minutes. We are going to change your thought process about Germany, about Europe, BSBI. So stay with us. So shall we continue the
Yes,
presentation?
sir. Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
great. So now here I'm going to share my presentation. So in this one, obviously, we'll be talking about BSBI, Germany, what all advantages, what are the benefits that one can expect from us. Okay. So once again, my name is Jitendra. I'm the regional manager of BSBI. And here with me, Mr. Aditya from Meridian Overseas. So Meridian Overseas is one of our trusted partner who has been working with us, who has collaborated with us from the last 3-4 years, and they have done wonderful job recruited so many great students, and the students are happy. So once again, thank you so much. So as you can see, the agenda of this particular presentation, this slide, this meeting is why BSBI Germany, why Berlin City, what are the advantages, what kind of support and services BSBI offers, and a lot of other things. Okay. So we are going to jump into why Germany. Okay, this is one of the very basic and very important question, that why one should come to Germany, right? The world is huge. You have so many great countries, but why and how Germany is different from a lot of other options, right? I would like to say, let us probably not even touch the Germany at this point. Let me give you, let's say, my thought process that how and why you should select a country. First of all, whenever you, probably anybody who decides to go to abroad, who decides to go to overseas or outside India for education, so it's very important that they should always look at the point that make sure the country is stable. The situation in the country is stable in terms of economic conditions, right? The economically
Yeah.
country has to be very
This
strong.
is one of the most important factor that everyone need to consider.
Exactly, economic part, right? Because see, economy means, let's say, if I tell you in a simple word that the country has to be, they has to have good jobs, and they has to have good paying capacity also, right? So maybe let's say if you go to a country, for example, let me tell you, Singapore. Okay,
Hmm.
I've been to Singapore, I have studied in Singapore, I have worked in the Singapore. But let me tell you, when you go to Singapore as a student, again, I'm not degrading Singapore, but I'm just telling you, let's say the example, comparison, right? In Singapore, as a student, you do not have any kind of part-time work rights. You are not allowed to work, not even a single hours. After completion of your studies, you do not even get, let's say, any kind of post-study work visa. And then you can't even think about the PR. Forget the PR. Never ever. Now, coming back to Germany, why I'm telling you all these points, Germany is the most powerful economy of the Europe. There is no other country which is better than and more powerful than the Germany, number one. Number two, when I'm saying economy, that means the paying capacity of this country is great. So that is why Germany is one of the highest paid countries of the Europe, right? Paid, highest paid means like the maximum salary, maximum part-time wage rate, whatever you can call it. So Germany is the place where you can earn great money in during your studies, and obviously after your studies during your employment also. Okay. Now, these are the few points which I have highlighted. Obviously, there are many more, but some of the very important points are here. As I've said, so part-time job is very important. As a student, when you come to Germany, when you join BSBI, you get 20 hours officially legally part-time work rights. And if you have any kind of holidays, public holidays, right, like Christmas or something like that, you can work full-time job also. Okay, you can work 8 hours. Second is very important, one of the highest minimum wage paying countries of the Europe, right? Now, how much you can earn? the minimum wage rate is 12.41 euros. That is basically the average, and the not even average, it's a minimum wage rate that is basically decided by the government of Germany. Okay, and that is highest. Now, why I'm telling you the highest, let's say there are countries where you can really, there are many countries where you can earn so much of money. Okay, but the Germany is different. Why Germany is different? You can earn more money and save more. However, there are certain countries, I don't want to name those, but you can earn more, but the expenses are quite high. You cannot save much, right? Maybe let's say if you earn $4,000, so end of the day you can only save maybe let's say 5, 6, 700 euros. However, if you earn 4,000 in Germany, obviously you can save more than 2,000 to 2,500 euros, because obviously your living expenses is quite reasonable and affordable, right? So that is why this is one of the good point.
Yeah. Sir, what about if we discuss, like if some of our students definitely going to ask a question which is about general expenses like cost of living, general cost of living for a month basis.
Very important, and I think thank you so much for asking this question on behalf of all the viewers. Germany, and now we're talking about the Berlin city. Okay, so Berlin, obviously, as we know, this is a capital city of Germany, and it is one of the basically very well developed, place or city of Germany. Once again, as far as living expenses is concerned, I can tell you that 700 to 800 euros a month
Okay.
should be enough, obviously in a sharing room with the two people, right? So let's say if I have to give you the breakdown, so 400 350 to 400 euros will be your accommodation.
Okay.
Only 33 euros will be for your transportation for the entire month. Only 33 euros. That is one of the cheapest transportation that you can find anywhere, any part of the Europe. Okay. Third is obviously your meal or your internet bills, your phone bills. Those are the things which depends obviously on your
Uses.
like how much you eat, what you eat, and how many times you eat, and where are you eating, right? Let's say if you cook at home, obviously you can save a lot of money. But if you're addicted to go out in the restaurant, in the clubs, hotels, obviously the expenses will go up. And then we cannot say that how much it will cost. Depends person to person. But on an average, I can tell you that 700 to 800 euros should be enough. Okay. Now, when I'm saying 800 euros, I'm telling we should also talk about that how much you will be earning, right? All I would say the minimum a month you should be earning around 1,200 to 1,500 euros. Okay, depends like how many hours you work. This is the minimum that everybody earns. But let's say even you earn, let's say 1,400 euros or 1,500 euros, you can minus 700 euros your expenses, and still you will be able to save more than 700 euros.
Around 50% student.
Exactly.
This amount student can save that will contribute definitely for their tuition fee, and if they want to enroll in any kind of additional activities, then definitely they can do so with this amount.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. So this is why Germany is really good, right? So let us move on. Another point is post-study work visa. So once you basically complete your education from the BSBI, once you complete any kind of degree course that you do from the BSBI, you are going to get 18 months of post-study work visa. Okay. And
even after bachelor's?
After bachelor's, after master's, after any course you do from the BSBI, you're going to get 18 months. It's a standard, simple for everybody. Yeah. So that is a good long time. 18 months is basically, I would say, let me give, a perspective to all the viewers that suppose you do, let's say 18 months of course from the BSBI, which is 18 months is the shortest period of course or shortest period of time that we have. 18 plus 18. So technically when you get a visa, so your visa is going to last for 3 years, like 18 months is study and 18 months you have the job seeker visa or post-study work visa. Right. So 3 years is a long enough time. So you please do not keep any kind of doubt, any kind of, misunderstanding, misconception in your mind that you will not be able to get a job. Every single student gets a job in Germany. This is my 7th year with the BSBI. I will be completing my 7 years in the September month. I have recruited more than 2,000 plus students from different part of the world. Obviously, India being one of the most important country. I have not seen any single student calling me or basically, talking about like not getting a job, not getting part-time, not getting a kind of a post-study work visa or something. Everybody gets a job. Everybody gets settled down in Germany. Okay,
Okay.
so this is one of the good point. Yes, please, sir.
Yeah, sir. One of the most important question that everyone has, that how BSBI will going to help them in order to secure a job.
Okay, it's a very, very important question. Thank you so much for this. Let me tell you, BSBI is the college that gives, let me, I think, quickly jump into a slide where, so that I can show you what I'm trying to say. Okay. Uh, BSBI. Now, if you look at this particular slide, then I will come on the
Mhm.
BSBI. So on the left side, you can see the Facebook and the Red Bull logos. So what we are trying to show, what we are trying to represent here is basically these are the two group of students who visited these two great companies. I'm sure I don't believe that there will be anyone who do not know Red Bull and who do not know Facebook. Day and night, we keep on probably, visiting this website and we use Facebook platform, right?
Yeah.
So these are the companies where our student visited, they got experience, they talk, they obviously, inquired about the job, they inquired about the facilities of the Facebook, they inquired about the job possibilities and what kind of profiles, what kind of experience, what kind of background these companies look for, right? This is just one of the many activity that BSB does. So we call it a company visit. So BSB organized a lot of company visits for the hospitality students. For example, we have a collaboration, we have a really great partnership with the Crown Plaza Hotel in Berlin. We also have a basically a good, we are in good terms with the intercontinental hotels in this Berlin city. Then we have a lot of other companies. That is one. Number two, we keep on organizing job fairs or career fairs. Let me tell you, the last career fairs happened on 27th of June, where we
Okay.
had more than
Recently.
just very recently, just 2 weeks back.
Mhm.
And we had a companies like Emirates, we had a company like Siemens, we had a companies like Certs, we had a company like Fintiba, Expetrio, and these are the companies. Like there are many companies. Okay. Third thing is we invite a lot of guest speakers. Now, if you look at the right side, Cafe Scientific industry event, right? So in this one, what is the objective? What is this event is? This is kind of a podcast. This is a kind of, one-to-one
Mhm.
session with an expert from the industries. So we ask questions regarding, let's say, the jobs, regarding the basically the job market, about the Germany, about what kind of, what are the skill set, what are the knowledge, what are the background that employer look in a, potential applicant. So these are the lot of things. Plus, obviously, students will have a basically, they will be connected with a lot of groups, a lot of, alumni group. So
Mhm.
these are the basically things that BSBA do. And I can tell you 90% of the students are able to get a job within first 6 months of their that post-study work visa. Yep.
Okay. That sounds good and impressive also.
Yes, it is. I'm telling you. So
And sir, what about internships? Do we have internships also?
see, BSBI, obviously, we do not have internship, okay, at this
Mhm.
moment in any of the courses. But I can say that this is basically depends on the students if they want to do, and obviously they can apply, but make sure that, the course is not disturbed, the studies are basically not interrupted. So maybe I can say that I think they can check with the faculties, they can check with their
Mhm.
professors, and obviously, depending on the records and looking at on their academic records, academic history, maybe they can allow them, but students can definitely check with the teachers or the professors. Yeah, right. Okay, so let us go back to this slide. So we have covered the post-study work visa. Now the next and the most important part is, do we get the PR in Germany? Right? I think that this query must be from a lot of
Yes.
students that
Yeah, most of the students ask for the same. Like, sir, in how many years in future we're going to apply for PR? How will be eligible for PR itself? So, what
mm,
are the
right.
conditions and all these questions student raised? Generally.
Okay, so Aditi ji, I think let me tell you, and whatever I'm telling you, this is the experience of mine, plus obviously a lot of other people, a lot of my students who have whom I've sent Germany back
Mm-hmm.
in 2018, 19. And today I'm very happy, very proud to say that many of my students have already got the PR and they are the happiest people on this planet. Seriously. In fact, sometimes I get tempted to probably, whenever they talk to me that I was in the Paris, and then I went to the Netherlands, I went to France, I went to maybe let's say the Switzerland. So whenever I hear all of these success stories, so I feel that, oh my God, why I have not probably decided Germany. Anyway, I'm happy in helping and happy in basically, making dreams true of a lot of people, a lot of my students. So I think that's if their dreams are fulfilled, my dreams is basically already fulfilled, right? So I'm happy for all my students whoever have succeeded. And most of them are basically, happily probably, getting these. Now, coming back to PR. First thing is PR is definitely happening and it is possible. And there are a lot of students have got the PR in Germany. Okay. Obviously, there are certain criteria, certain things that you have to follow. There is a process, right? It's not that, you just pass out from the BSB and then somebody comes and give you the PR. It's not like that. You have to follow the process. Now, the process is very simple. Complete your education, get your job, spend 3 to 4 years in Germany. And I can tell you within 4 years, you will be able to apply for the PR as long as obviously make sure that you have not probably, broken any kind of law in the country. Otherwise, I'm sure within 4 years, 90% of the people will be eligible. All you need is obviously make sure after 4 years, when you apply for the PR, that time, okay, not initial period, you have some German language understanding. You need B1 level of German language. Okay, after 4 years,
Minimum.
minimum B1. Okay. Number two, obviously, they will also look at your academic background. They will look at your history. They will look at your taxes, whether you have been paying taxes on time or no, right? Plus, make sure that your salary is around 44 to 45,000 euros annually. I can tell you
Okay.
these things will happen. Obviously, 2 years taxes you will by default be paying because I'm talking about the 4 years, right? So instead of 2 years, you have already paid more than 3 years or 4 years of taxes. Number one, that is fulfilled. Number two, because the average salary in Germany is around 33, 34 or 35,000 euros. So 4 years, obviously, your salary will be increasing. So I can tell you, you will reach beyond 45,000 euros. So technically, you will by default be eligible in 4 years to apply for the PR,
Okay.
right?
So 45,000 euros is the minimum benchmark that is
Yep.
one needs to make.
Correct, correct. And in fact, let me tell you, there are certain criteria, there are certain basically, areas or certain professions where you can apply PR within 2 years also. Okay.
Okay.
Right. For example, mathematics, engineering, technology, education. If you let's say if you're a professor or something like this, we call it a STEM, STEM, science,
Okay.
technology, education, and mathematics.
Management.
Right. So these are the basically areas where a student can apply. And in fact, even the normal students like the business and the hospitality, these are the people. These also have the opportunity to apply within 2 years, but that is a little difficult process because
Okay.
you need to have a C1 level of German language if you want to apply within 2 years, which is not possible, right? Possible, but if you then you have to push yourself, you have to probably work hard and understand this. If you have C1 level, you can apply after 2 years also, right? But in general, most of the people comfortably apply 4 years and they get the PR. Okay. So I hope everybody is kind of assured and everybody is relaxed and they're happy after knowing about this PR process.
Yeah,
Full-time job.
definitely.
Yeah. Now let us probably cover this job opportunities also because this is one of the very important point that why we should go to Germany, why not any other places, why not UK, Australia, US, and many other countries, right? Germany, again, I would say this is entirely different from all of these countries. Why? When I'm sure, and I think Aditiji, you are probably handling so many destinations, right? There are countries, several countries who have probably put a lot of, what do we call speed breakers in the process. They have introduced a lot of policy changes. They have done a lot of technical, they are tightening the screw, the application process. However, Germany is getting relaxed. Germany is probably welcoming more and more people. Why? Because Germany need people, Germany need youngsters, Germany needs skillful workforce. However, the other countries, they already have enough immigrants. They have a lot of people from different part of the world, and now they cannot probably afford inviting more people. That is why the visa refusals are so high. That is why there are a lot of probably a lot of things happening which I cannot even say here, right? A lot of competition, lack of job opportunities, lack of basically the living expenses are going high. But in Germany, everything is very relaxed, very cool. You have the job opportunities. Let me tell you, while we are sitting here in Germany, there are more than 1.3 million jobs available. 1 point means 13 lakh jobs are vacant. They need people and they're inviting. That is why I'm sure you must have not heard Germany 5 years back. as much as you are hearing now, right?
Yeah,
Why? Because obviously
true.
Germany has realized that if they don't invite youngsters, the economy is going to be in a difficult position because the aging population of Germany is quite big. Like their
Hmm.
age is increasing very rapidly. Average age in Germany is around 47, 40 years. So that is why they need young people. And India is the youngest population on this planet, I can tell you. The maximum youngsters any country has, that is in India, right? So I think these are the things which why people should consider Germany for their further education, right? I think this part we have already cleared,
Yes, we already discussed this.
right? Now, BSBI. So as I've said, BSBI is basically, it's my baby, I would say, because I have been collaborated, I have been associated with this great college from the last 7 years. Why BSBI, right? So let me tell you, number one, we are one of the most affordable colleges in Germany. Okay. You look at our fee structure, you will see that we are one of the really, affordable. When I'm
Hmm.
saying affordable, I'm also saying that we have the great facilities, great quality of education. Location of the college is absolutely city center. We have the four campuses: Berlin, Hamburg, Paris, and Barcelona. These are the four locations. Wherever the students want to choose, wherever they want to study, we are open, we are free, and you're more than welcome to apply as long as obviously you meet the requirement. Okay. Second is this, I think there is a lot of news, a lot of air around Germany, that language is one of the
Yeah,
big.
language barrier. Most of the students worried about the same. That do we need to learn German before applying to the university?
Okay, but let me tell you, you do not need any kind of German language applying at the BSBI. Nothing. Nobody will ask you for the German language. BSBI do not need German language. German embassy will not never ask you for the language. All you need is, as long as you can provide this IELTS or
Mhm.
PT, you will be happily accepted at BSBI.
Okay. Do we accept TOEFL also?
Yes, we do accept TOEFL, IELTS, PT, and TOEFL. These are the three
Okay.
tests that BSBI accept. Okay. Now, let me probably spend a few minutes on the language part. First thing
Mhm.
is, you should be relaxed that Germany, to come to BSBI, you do not need any kind of German language certificate. Okay. Why you do not need? Let us understand this. Say, for example, let us probably, take the example of India. We have the big cities like Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, Pune, maybe let's say Jaipur also, I will consider that, right? Ahmedabad. These are the places where you can see probably people talking almost more than two languages: English, Hindi, or maybe one more, their own local language, right? As
Mm.
long as you know any one of these three languages, you will be able to survive, right? Now coming back to Germany, as long as you can speak English language, you can understand English language enough, you can complete your education, you can get your part-time job, right? So this is one thing. But second part is, I'm not saying when you know the English, you do not need to learn the language. You should definitely focus and put your efforts to learn the language. Why? Because tomorrow, when you complete your education, when you complete your whatever course you are doing from the BSBI, that point of time, when you go out for a job, obviously, if you know I'm not saying like you have to be fluent,
Mhm.
be like a native speaker. No, at least basic level of German language, if you know, B1 level, I would say, I can tell you, you will be in a too much demand in all over the Germany. However, if you do not know, still you will be able to find a job, but then again, the job option will be limited, right? So that is why. Now the question is, how would you learn the language? I'm very proud and very happy to say that BSBA is the college that gives free German language classes to each and every single student.
Great.
Everybody gets this job. So I think now we have resolved your doubt also,
Mhm.
right? Okay, so Aditya, any question from your side?
Yeah, as of now, you already answered all of the questions. You already
Okay,
cover all of the things.
correct. So I think let me probably highlight a few more points. So career service,
Mhm.
I believe we have already discussed on this, that BSBI support in so many different ways. We have the job fairs, we have career fairs, we have company visits, and not just small company visits like Siemens, Adidas, maybe Facebook, Red Bull, Crown Plaza, Intercontinental Hotels. So many great companies, multi-billion dollars companies, right?
Also, I just need to ask. Also, could you highlight something about company sponsorship? like I must hear that there in Germany, organizations also sponsor the study of a student.
See, that is altogether different, basically, different point,
Hmm.
which does not apply here, right? So obviously, because they have to come to BSBI, they have to get a, studies from the BSBI. So during, it may be possible that when we organize these job fairs or career fairs,
Hmm.
the companies can probably assure them that, okay, we like your profile, we like your CV, resume, and obviously after completion of your education, you can join us, right? But the way you have said, that is basically not applicable at this point.
Okay.
Okay. But yes, what I'm saying is, I think the job is very important, that we are going to help you, right? So this is what it is. And plus, obviously, as I've said, the location plays a very important role. We have the great faculties, great facilities. The campus is so beautiful. We have more than 8,000 plus students coming from different part of the world. More than 90 nationalities you will see in the BSBI.
Hmm.
It's not just one, two, three, 90 different countries. You will see people from Mexico, Brazil. Obviously, you will see people from, Gulf, Africa, Southeast Asia. So it's a kind of very diverse environment that we provide to each and every student in the BSBI. Okay. So I believe we have covered most of the part. So I think this is what we have already described.
Hmm.
Now let us
Yeah.
talk about the courses that we have at BSBI. Okay. So in this at this point, I would like to probably go back and share another slide with you where you can see all the courses that BSB offers. So I hope you can see the course, right?
Yes.
Okay, right. Now, let us focus on basically the UG courses first, and that too in Berlin city. Okay.
Hmm.
In Berlin, as you can see, we have four great demanding programs. We have number one in business and management. We have tourism, hospitality, event management. We have computer science and psychology. These are the four streams that we have in Berlin city. Okay. Now, the beauty of these courses is, as I've said, affordability. Okay. Now, if you see here, this 9925, this is the annual fees. Okay. Duration of this course comes in the two duration. One is 3 years and second
Yes.
is 4 years.
4 years.
Right. Oh, sorry. What happened to this?
I think
Just,
some pop-up opens there.
yeah, just give me a second, please.
Hmm.
I don't know why this happened.
You might be click somewhere on this screen.
Yeah, I guess there was something and then it, okay, I got it. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to share the screen again.
Hmm.
Right. So this is what I was probably sharing with you guys. Now, oh, it's again. So this comes in the two duration, like 3 years and 4 years.
Hmm.
The requirement for 3 years is 60% marks in your senior secondary, like +2, and 6 band IELTS, not less than 5.5, PT 56, not less than 51, TOEFL 80, not less than 17 in, I think, speaking. Okay, so it's
Hmm.
not less than 17. So if you have these two things, you will be given a course in 3 years. Okay,
3 years.
otherwise, you will be basically offered 4 years of course. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. It's coming again. I need to probably fix it up. Just give me a moment.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was talking about these
Hmm.
requirements, right?
Yeah.
So if you have 60% with 6 band IELTS, you will be given 3 years course. But let's say if you are not meeting the requirements, then in that case, we will be giving you 4 years of duration, which is this one. And we call it a course in through international route, or maybe you can
Okay.
consider it a foundation. So you have to study 1 year of foundation with 3 years of course, right?
Do we have any restriction with respect the like number of years of education? I think for bachelor's student do require 13 years of education in Germany in public universities mainly.
That's true. That's true. But not in BSBI. In BSBI,
Okay.
if you have 12 year of education, we are more than happy to accept you. Okay.
So do student need to provide any kind of additional document in that particular scenario?
No, nothing. They don't have to. All we need is a 10th and 12th of their mark sheet and a transcript. That's all. Nothing else.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now the surprise is here. As I've said, the fees is 9925. So I'm not sure how people are looking at it. It is more or less. But let me give you the surprise. And the surprise is that BSBI is the college that provide up to 50% scholarship. Up to 50%. Right?
50%.
So whoever is basically having great score, who is a studious, good scholar, I can tell you that you are going to get this 50%.
So this is generally merit-based scholarship.
It is on the basis of your academic score. So let's say if you have a 60% marks, you get 5% scholarship. And if you have 90% and above, we can give you 50%. And anyone falling between 60% to 90%, obviously they will be getting, depending on which bracket they fall in, maybe 10%, 15, 25, 30, 40. But 50% is the maximum that anybody can expect, like whoever has a good score. Okay. Now, masters. In masters, I'm very happy, and I'm sure you will be happy to see that we have a really good range of courses. We have a global MBA, digital marketing, finance, tourism, data analytics, IT, real estate, and asset management, artificial intelligence. Very, new course and very unique course also. Sports management, international health management, energy, engineering, logistics. We also have, this one, 3 programs from the Roehampton University, which are these: MSc Project Management, Global Logistics and Supply Chain Management, MSc Global HR Management. So these are the courses, these are the variety of courses that BSBI have. And that is why I say that, if you want to have a great range of courses with the affordable fees, BSBI is the option for you guys. Right? Now, you have seen the courses, look at the fees. The fees for the entire course is just this, which is 13,250.
50 euros.
150. In Indian rupees, it becomes around 11.5 lakh rupees. 11.5 lakh rupees, pure course ki fees. Right? I don't think you can find as affordable as BSBI. But
yeah, true.
I have another surprise at the master's level. We have up to 30% discount also. Discount scheme for all the master's courses. 30%. Can you see this? Now, I would like to request you to look at this. We have a 4 slab of discount: 10%, 15%, 25, and 30. 30 is the highest and 10% is minimum, which everybody will be getting. Right? So obviously, whoever wants to get this 30%, they can apply, and the rest we will explain later on. Maybe if anybody has a query, anybody wants to apply, I recommend them to meet the Meridian Overseas offices. You can contact Aditya. He is one of the basically renowned counselor, renowned person who has been working with the BSBI Germany from so many years. He's the right person to coach you, to guide you, to counsel you about your dream destination, BSBI Germany. Okay. So Aditya, any query about the courses, fees?
Yes, sir. Actually, student just wants to know. I recently have one query, which is, do we require APS certificate?
Okay, I think this APS is one of the very popular and very, most discussed topic from the last few months, that APS, everybody talks about the APS. So let me tell you, APS is basically optional. If you want, you can do it. If you do not want, you can skip it, right? Because it's not mandatory, but yes, it has a obviously advisable, definitely. But if you see, or if you feel that you can have an visa appointment without this, I can tell you that don't do this, right? Otherwise, if you want to do it, go ahead. We don't have any problem with it. So it is optional. If you want, you can do it.
So
if you want,
APS is not mandatory for BSBI.
It is not mandatory for the BSBI.
Okay, the student can proceed further even without APS.
Yes, 100%. Right? Okay. This is what it is. Now, this one more thing which I probably want to highlight here: intake. We have 4 intakes: February, May, July, and October. These are the 4 important intakes. Right now, we are still open for the October intake. So whoever wants to apply, please send your document to the Meridian. to Mr. Aditya or anybody whoever is associated with the Meridian Overseas, they will apply and they will get you the offer letter within a week from the BSBI. Okay. And
Sir, by when student can apply for this coming intake, October?
they can apply until last week of August. So until August, we'll be
Okay.
accepting the profile. But please understand this 30% and the 50% scholarship is limited for the limited period. It is not going to stay there forever. So whosoever comes first, they will get this. Okay. Maybe after August, I'm not sure whether it will stay there or not. So that is why I recommend all the people to apply and get the benefit or advantage of this. Right. So this was about the programs. Now I would like to go back again on the same slide which we were discussing earlier, and we will proceed further about the visa process and so on. Okay. Academic criteria or entry requirement. As I've said, BSBI is not just very affordable, but BSBI college is one of the most flexible college that you can have, that you can get in Germany, because the requirement of the BSBI is not very difficult. All we need is 60% marks in your senior secondary or in your bachelor's, plus with the IELTS, TOEFL, PT, which we have already discussed, right? So if you can have this, I can tell you, you'll be more than, you're more than welcome to apply at BSBI. Okay, I guess we are done, but let's see. Yeah, we have covered most of the basically the points. Now, and if there is any query, any question from anybody, I think I'll be more than happy to answer those queries.
Yeah, we just received a query from one of our students, one of our viewer, who wants to know about the most asking course after bachelor's in commerce.
Okay.
Like for if a student wants to proceed further for masters, so what is the most demanding program among all the programs that we offer in BSBI?
See, for commerce background, I would suggest we have two courses. One is the super popular, which is a global MBA. The global MBA is the course where we have the maximum number of students. And then second course for the commerce background student will be the finance, MSc Finance and Investment, right? Because commerce is all about the finance. So I think these are the two courses. So if you're interested in the finance, let's say, if you feel that, finance excites you, so you can always apply for the finance. But if you want to see and explore the other opportunities, so you can always join the global MBA course. The course duration of both the programs will be 18 months. Fees for global MBA will be 14,150, 14,150. And fees for the MSc Finance Investment will be 13,250 euros.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the other query, which is, can I pay my tuition fee in installments?
Yes, you have the option, but the option is given by the BSBI, but we also should understand the embassy point of view, right? So as per the embassy want you to pay at least for the 1 year of fees, right?
Okay.
Although you also, as a college, if you ask me, we do not have any problem in giving you this the installment plan. But if embassy say that you should pay 1 year fees, that means you have to pay the 1 year fees, right? So yes, the option is open.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And next question is, do I need any work experience if I have gap of more than 2 years?
More than 2 years after bachelor's or after +2?
I think the student must be asking for masters.
Okay, for masters, say after first thing is we do not need any kind of experience in the master's courses, right? If you have the experience, it is welcome. But if you do not have any experience, still okay, nobody minds it. BSBI do not have any problem, embassy do not have any problem. But let's say if you have any kind of gap, so the gap has to be very well justified. Okay, justified means obviously it has to be a work experience, or it has to be some kind of any kind of diploma or certificate. It cannot be just like I have a 2 years of gap and I was doing nothing, right? It has to be justified. Yeah.
Okay. So gap can be accepted, but proper justification need to be there.
Correct.
Yeah. Next one is, one of my student, Mr. Utkarsh Gaur, wants to know internship are included in the master's studies or not?
Okay, I guess we have already answered this, that there is no internship. The internship is not part of any of the courses at BSBI. But if you still want to go for internship, you can always connect. Once you complete more than 50% of your course, you can always reach out to your professors, your maybe the head of the faculty, and request or maybe get the permission from them. So if they are happy with your profile, with your performance, then probably they may give you the authority and they may give you the permission. So yes, so
Okay.
technically, the internship is not part of any of the courses.
But here I want to mention the fact that BSBI also going to offer some industry visit that will definitely will going to be
Right.
beneficial for you all.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. There are so many, so many. I can tell you, I think in 2 months, you will see one new company in Germany, in Berlin city, 2, 3 months.
Okay, great. Sir, now moves to the another question, which like one of my viewer, Harsh, wants to know the degree will be provided are of UK universities. Like I think he must be asking about the affiliation because there in the course list it is mentioned the degree provided by CUC.
Okay. So basically, BSBA has four great institutions with us. We have
Okay.
four world-class partner with us. Number one, we have the UCA, University for the Creative Arts. We have a
Mm-hmm.
University London. We have a Concordia University Chicago, and then we have a Uninet to know or International Telematic University, which is
Italy.
Italy, Italian university.
Yeah.
And all the four universities are very well known worldwide. Okay, worldwide means like wherever you go, you present this certificate, everybody will know these universities. So all the degrees, certifications, diploma that you do from the BSBI will be accepted throughout the world. Okay,
Okay.
the answer is yes. The affiliation of the BSBI is from these four universities, which are very valid, very well accepted throughout the world. Our
Okay.
students are working in companies like Shell, companies like Amazon,
Mm-hmm.
Deloitte, Facebook, and a lot of other big companies.
Okay. Great. So if anyone like completed their masters from BSBI, definitely will enroll into some PhD program if they want to do in around the globe.
Yeah, any part of the world, they can apply, they can study.
Okay. Great. Another questions from Mr. Rohit. I want to apply for masters in supply chain course for the Gen intake. Can I submit my application now?
Yes, you
Is
can
there
definitely,
any time period for application submission?
you can immediately start. I think this is a good time because July, we are almost in the mid of July, right? So
Hmm.
it's good that you start now so that you can finish everything on time. Maybe by the month of, let's say within a month or two, you can complete your profile, then you can prepare for your, visa, and you can also practice some kind of, the questions in case the visa officer asks. You can go through your SOP, so many things. So it's good. You can definitely apply for the February intake.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for February intake, Rohit, definitely you can initiate your application. If you want to initiate your application or want any kind of assistance, definitely you can reach to us through our website and as well as mail ID, which is application20@meridian.org. And you will be definitely getting any help you require.
Yep, that's really good.
Yeah. And also, sir, one of my viewer want to know medium of instruction certificate can be accepted instead of IELTS or
No,
any language
unfortunately,
proficiency.
it used to be accepted. It used to be accepted until I think 3, 4 months back. But
Okay.
now embassy basically, embassy found a lot of, what do we call, hanky panky things, a lot of inappropriate thing in the MOI. That is why they have stopped accepting. And I also found that I mean, not all the MOI was coming the authentic, right? Not all the MOIs was probably the genuine ones. So that is why. So now we have the IELTS, PT, and TOEFL options to submit.
Okay. Sir, if anyone just for a curious thing, if anyone currently pursuing with this language proficiency certification like IELTS, PT, and TOEFL, but still wants to initiate the application, so those students get a conditional offer letter.
Yes, they can, no, not unconditional. They can apply for the,
Conditional, conditional.
they can apply. In fact, for conditional offer letter, you do not need much. You need just your academic documents, your
Mhm.
passport. If you have these two things, you can apply. Remaining documents, you can always submit later on, like your, LOR, your English, your CV, your SOP. All these documents you can submit later on.
Okay.
Yep, yep. So at least you can reserve your seat. So I would recommend all the people, whether you have complete or incomplete document, send your document to the Meridian Overseas, at least secure your seat, right? Because if your application is in our records, obviously we can probably block your seat, and then later on, once you come to Germany, we can give it to you.
Sir,
Yeah.
also, like if anyone completed their +2 from IB board, that is international board, then also person requires English proficiency certificate.
English proficiency we need as long as people are from India, any part of the India, from any
Okay.
college, any school,
Doesn't matter if they like completed
from
their
whichever
12th,
board, yeah,
even
whichever
from
board.
Cambridge board and IB board.
Yes, we still need the these English test.
Okay. Yeah,
Yep,
sounds clear.
right.
So I think that's all. Majorly, you answered all of the queries
Right.
by itself only. So, student, I just want to say, if you really want to proceed further with Germany, this is the right time. You can initiate your application for the coming intake. So, still we have time in hand, so we can apply for October intake definitely, and you can secure your seat, but just by sharing your academic documents, your passport, so that we can initiate your application, and later on you can complete all your pendencies and all, and definitely you will be able to secure your unconditional offer letter, and then can proceed further for visa itself. And also, one of the most important thing, for BSBI, APS certificate is not mandatory.
That's absolutely right. So Aditi ji, thank you so much for this. It was really wonderful discussing about the Germany BSBI. And thank you so much, everybody, whoever has joined us, whoever has been probably watching this particular session, and maybe will watch later on. I hope I was able to make some difference in your knowledge, in your mindset, in your understanding about the Germany BSBI. So if you want to know more about the BSBI, know more about Germany, BSBI, courses, fees, intake, everything else, Meridian Overseas is the right place to visit. Meridian Overseas is right, basically, a platform where you can probably clear all your doubts. And they are basically one of the top agency for BSBI in India, right? So do visit them, do call them, whatever medium you can probably find to reach out to them. So my name is Jitendra, and thank you so much for your time. Yep.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for giving your time and enlighten us about the university programs. And definitely, it will going to help for all of our viewers and students. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so